Welcome everyone to the Nerd Nook. I'm your host, Evan Teagle, with, like always, is Noah Bailey. So, after 148 days, the writer's strike has finally come to an end after they reached an
Woo!
appropriate resolution.
Yay!
Thank goodness. And it wasn't one of those things where they negotiated down until they eventually met in the middle. No, they got everything they wanted.
Good!
Like the main things being uh, residuals from streaming. They got that. Studios are gonna be more transparent with streaming numbers, and they'll be able to get some at least some residuals from those shows. Especially Netflix is really doubling down on that. They are not forcing AI into the writers' room. They're like, you can use it if you want it as a supplemental thing, but we're not forcing you to use it. Which again was a very big fear of theirs, realistically. Just good. Just better pay in general. Uh, yeah, there's a couple other fine line things, but those are the big things that with just better job security in general. Just those are the big things. So very glad they got all the everything they needed. Now they get back to writing good movies and shows and stuff. So
Yeah.
good.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's good because for a while they were like, yeah, some stuff's gonna be delayed. And I was like, no, thank you. Like, please no.
like the ones I was particularly worried about were Andor season 2 and the Batman 2. Because those are the two, as far as nerd culture stuff, those are two of the most well written things in the past couple of years that are getting sequels that also need to be need that theoretically would be even better than the first thing. But if you know they go into it with no script and or a lackluster writing staff or an AI writing it, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be good. So glad they nailed that down. Or even I know some people were worried about Deadpool 3,
Oh yeah,
then not
yeah,
being able to,
that was one I do remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
not being able to improvise on the jobs, on the while acting, which is Ryan Reynolds' whole thing. Basically, not being able to improvise would just kill the entire vibe of that movie. So luckily, they're able to, once they get production up on that again, they'll be able to do it right. So that's good. Yep. Um, yeah, this is only the writers' strike. The actors' strike is
Actors.
still happening. Those were negotiated separately, which makes sense. But and the leaders of the union said there's no current like projections of when it'll be over. They just know that meetings will happen at some point in the near future, but not this week or probably not next week, but just probably the writer strike ending will give the momentum to to hopefully get that over with soon.
Yeah, it kind of set the precedent of okay, they got what they wanted. We need to get what we need, and
Yeah.
relatively quickly. Let's like it's not like like we need entertainment. It's not. We can't just not have this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right? Because something like Dune, which is based, I think that's done. I think that movie is ready to go, but because the big name actors who are just you know swimming in that movie, there's 80 different people working on that, big name people in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to promote it. We're just going to push it to next March. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so it was supposed to come out in November, right? It
Mm-hmm.
was like early November, and they were just like, "Well, we're gonna lose money if we don't have our people like saying, hey, come watch our movie.'
Yep.
So
Like
we'll
ultra
just
famous people like Zendaya and Timothy
yeah,
Chalamet and Austin Butler is in this one now. It's like,
Florence Pugh, like all these like
yeah.
famous people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let's have our nice things. Like let's not
Mm-hmm.
let's not handicap ourselves. Let's have our nice things.
Uh huh. Yeah. Also, Beyond the Spider Verse, that also got delayed indefinitely because because of all this. So I'm still want that to come out
So
next year.
okay, so
Yep.
question.
Hmm.
I know actor strike is like, does that include voice acting for this in case? Because obviously, there's no live action per se.
It's a little hairy because across the Spider Verse, pretty much all of the big name actors in that were like actors.
Yeah.
Um, like obviously when you got the Spectacular Spider-Man and the Insomniac Spider-Man, those were the voice actors from those respective projects. But like the main people like were I don't want to say real, but you know what I mean, real actors.
How dare you?
You know what I mean.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And I'm pretty sure those people fall under the it's called SAG, that Actors Guild.
Mm.
I don't. I'm pretty sure voice actors have their own guild, so I don't think. So I'm pretty sure the actor strike would need to end before they could record lines for this animated thing. I think that's the case for almost every animated thing.
Okay.
But for TV shows that are completely animated, like and shows that have Kevin Michael Richardson, Tom Kenny, like those kind of people, like
Mm.
I don't think they necessarily are barred from doing voiceover work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know Invincible kind of had a lot of, I guess, real voice actors also, and I know
Yeah.
that, as far as I know, didn't get touched or anything. So it was kind of like, does that count? And I guess that's more of a show than a movie, so maybe
Yeah, I
that's
think it.
different. I
I
don't.
think it's also. I think Invincible was already pretty much done before the actor strike started. They just need
Right.
to animated it, and that's its own other guild. Which I know the VFX at Marvel that's getting a union soon, or is getting like the CGI artists at Marvel. They're either in one or are about to get one, which is again they should totally have one because they are working for pennies over there. But across, yeah, beyond the Spider Verse, I don't think all of those lines have been recorded yet, so they had to delay it indefinitely because they weren't sure if they could record it in time. Whereas Invincible, I'm pretty sure already everything was finished. Although I do know that for video games, the uh, actors are have at least voted to potentially strike for video games as well. Um, so if they don't get a good deal with any of the parties involved soon, then video games could also be affected. So, which again, another big major issue of video games. Very, at least kind of recently, there's been a couple of instances of very known games just like the voice actor to be like, yeah, I got paid like a couple grand for this, and then it sold like 20 million copies. Like, you should probably get some better residuals for that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're the main character, you should probably get more than a couple $1,000. But it's just, it's just how it is, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I get it, and it's like, yeah, you need to pay people more because entertainment's such a big part of our, especially in America. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much all anybody does. We come home from work and we watch whatever streaming thing or whatever thing, or go to the movies and watch whatever movie. It's like, yeah, you got to pay. I mean, obviously, you got to pay your writers, you got to pay your act. Like, I mean, it's part of it. And I know, like, oh, but if we give them this, it's like, but you make millions and hundreds of millions of
Yeah,
dollars on these things. Like,
yeah.
you can't
I,
you can't pony up a little more.
mm-hmm.
Like,
I also think like I don't want to like discourage big names and like really really popular really good actors. I don't want to discourage them, but I kind of feel like to an extent some actors maybe should maybe try to negotiate their contracts down so they can make some of the other people in their cast and other writers give them a little
mm,
more because I know Benedict Cumberbatch has been really good about like uh, making sure that everyone on set at least gets like a at least like men and women on set getting a proportional paid, like not like, you know, if a man and a woman is of the same general stance, if they're both like on the poster, they both get relatively the same amount. He's like, I'm not working on a movie that doesn't happen. So that's good on him for doing that. I want more actors to have that kind of mindset. Yeah, like Keanu Reeves is also another one who like basically donates his entire salary just to help the like stuntman and other studio people. That's good.
Yeah, like, give back a little bit. It's like it is good on the actors really for doing that, but it's also like it's kind of like the whole like it almost feels like tipping to me. It's kind of like yeah, it's really good to tip, but it's also like, but shouldn't the restaurant just pay them more also?
Yes.
Like that's kind of my thing. It's like I feel like you're kind of just like passing the blame. And now it's the customer's fault you don't have enough money when the job should just pay you an adequate amount to begin with. But
yeah, it's like sucks you didn't get put on a job with Benedict Cumberbatch. Like that's just we didn't cast him for this one, so you get paid pennies. Like,
right? It's like yeah, and then like they're looking at every star we're looking at like how dare you not donate your salary? It's like whoa, wait! I haven't been in as many movies as Ben or Keanu like or something, and it's kind of like, why don't you just pay everybody how much they're supposed to get paid, not just enough so that they don't get sued? They don't get like sued.
Yeah. But also, I kind of hate the fact that they set the precedent of paying Robert Downey Jr. $15 million to be in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Of screen time.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. It's like, what? Like, I get it. But it's also like
he's the biggest name in that universe, but
yes.
$15 million for 7 minutes of work. Not. I'm exaggerating because.
But 7 minutes of screen time. Like,
yeah.
Actually, did not do much. He was only in the suit for maybe 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Before he opened it up. So not much there. The rest he was just drinking a glass and using Google Glasses basically. So. I don't know. It just, yeah, but yeah, it's. There's layers of problems. It's not just
but at least as of right now, it is very, 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 very good that the writer's strike has ended and they all got at least a 3-year good contract. So. Okay. Within the next 3 years this might happen again, but hopefully the landscape won't change that much, or they'll be able to continue this deal for at least the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I feel like 3 years is not that long though.
I mean, that's just how contracts are. They have to renew it every couple of years. Yeah, 3 years does seem a little. But then again, if you get stuck in a bad contract, you would want to be less than 3 years. But this is a good one, so.
Right, I guess it's a bad contract from the company's perspective. I guess
I'm gonna guess that was the only thing that like they had. They essentially was like where the the unions kind of gave on, where it's like we appreciate all these good benefits we're going to be getting. So we'll give on the length of the contract, maybe. Like it was going to be 5 or maybe 10 years, but we'll negotiate down to 3. That's fine. We'll re-up that. We'll get to that. We'll call it a tentative 3-year deal, and then if we need to change it, 3 years isn't that long to wait, I guess. So, but yeah, hopefully when that 3 years comes, the studio won't let this happen again. Yeah. But yeah, it's good to know that that news sites won't just have to start making up stuff again because there's actually going to be announcements and things to actually be talking about relatively soon. So cool. Speaking of announcements that have been made since the writer's strike ended, apparently there's going to be a new reboot of The Office coming in the next couple of years.
No.
Michael Schur, the showrunner for the other for the original show, he's coming back to make it, but it's apparently happening. I
Why?
don't know.
Like, so wait, they're remaking it, so like they're gonna recast everybody, or is it
I
like
I don't
the
know.
future or something? Like,
I
because
think
recasting everybody makes no
I
sense.
think they would be the stupidest people on the planet to just cast a new Dwight, cast a new Michael, cast a new Jim Pam. They would be the dumbest people on the planet to try to
Yeah,
recapture that when
it's
no,
not gonna
that
happen.
not even close. Especially since just offices in general have changed how they function now. Like, it's been 12, 11, 12 years since the show ended, even longer since it began. So, a lot of stuff is, work from home over Zoom, like just like
Also,
there's various different like I know, in the office there was a pretty big uh um there was a pretty big arc about them being acquired by this other company, and then like that,
oh yeah,
mergers happen more often now. I feel if you just tried to put it in another paper company, that would be very antiquated nowadays. Like, I don't know. I feel like you can still pick a very mundane office situation without it being the same show.
and that's kind of what I was getting. I mean, there's so many Office clone shows out there already,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like, why are you gonna make the Office again? Like, just find a new setting. I mean, like that's kind of what whether it's Parks and Rec or like Abbott Elementary
Mm.
or like all these shows that are
Brooklyn
big.
Nine
Brooklyn Nine
Nine.
Nine. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like The Office, but like in a different setting. So
Mm.
like, just make that. I mean, just find something else. They had it for teachers, cops. They have it for whatever. Just make something like, and also it feels like everyone from The Office is pretty much still around. So it's not like there's a reason to
Yeah.
recast
My
everybody. So
biggest
it's like
fear, my biggest fear
that
with
feels
this
so
kind of thing
pointless.
would be like random cameos of people from the original
Yes.
show showing up. They're gonna try to do that, and
They
I don't want that.
every time. I mean, they tried to do it with that '70s show. That was terrible.
Mm.
They tried to do it with How I Met Your Mother. Also terrible. Like they've been trying to do that a
Yeah.
lot lately, and it hasn't worked any of the times.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
it's kind of like just,
That '90s show, I believe, was canceled after one season. How Met Your
bro,
Father was canceled after two seasons. Like,
bro.
mm.
That '90s show was rough.
Oh no.
Like the first episode, they tried to trick you and think, oh, don't worry, Eric and Donna are gonna be in the whole show. Nah, after episode one, gone.
Really? No.
Yeah, bro,
They
no.
were in all
Like
the marketing.
that. Believe me, I also knew. Like they like that. Like by episode two, I was like, oh no, they played us. It's like, if not for Red and Kitty Foreman, I would have stopped like 10 minutes in. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Like it was rough, man. But they tried. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I think you just gotta let it go. I'm sorry.
Hmm. And I haven't seen much of How I Met Your Mother outside of like random clips and like a couple episodes here and there. But I know the gist. I know, like, I generally know how these characters interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw a clip of Barney showing up in How I Met Your Father,
Mm-hmm.
and Neil Patrick Harris did not want to be there. He did not want. And then another clip I saw with Kobe Smulders coming back, whatever her character's name is.
Yeah.
Again, just she was just reading the lines. She did not want to
It's
be
one.
there.
I mean, it's one of those things where they think it's corny,
Mm-hmm.
but they're just kind of doing it because, like, well, I guess if they think the fans want it, spoilers, we don't.
Not really.
But like, that. Plus, it's one of those things where it's like, why have them and then not have them be the focus? Like, why? because you know if they did this thing for The Office, they'd have like a Michael Scott cameo, and it's like, bro, just
Yep.
don't. Why? Like like they're gonna have to try. They're gonna try to have like it's the same office years later, but it's been renovated or something, and
No.
oh,
No.
the remains of Bandit are still in the ceiling. Like all these, like all these stupid, like trying so hard to be like fan service or
Like
really just
Pam's
being
picture is
cringy.
still hung up on the wall.
Yeah, like just bad fan fiction level writing,
Mm-hmm.
basically. And it's just like, can we not? Can
Yeah.
we save another franchise from this?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like the idea. I don't like. Are they just gonna try to call it The Office 2025 or whatever? Like, because at least now you can at least say the U.S. Office if there is any confusion, because obviously it's based on a
Yeah.
British show. That whoever, I don't care who there's legitimately some people, mostly British people, who are very elitist about that show being better. No, it's not. Like, first of all, it didn't last nearly as long, so it didn't have a chance to really get good. But also, it's just British humor is very different than American humor, and I personally like American humor better. Anyway, but regardless, are they just gonna are they just gonna call it The Office, or like The Office? Like they'd have to call it they have to go to a subtitle or something, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it's disrespectful to just call it The Office again because that's just messed up.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of like what you were thinking, like, or like The Office Revisited or something like something stupid, like something that tells you immediately this doesn't need to happen, but we're doing it anyway because money.
Yeah. Like, because they definitely can't set it in a paper company. Because even by season 4 of The Office, they were already like acknowledging within the show that paper is not really the future, and now it really isn't. It really isn't. Like, is it just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what mundane office they get fed it in, but they shouldn't. Regardless, just don't even bother trying. Just don't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope they don't because that for so many reasons. Also, the original show is still classic and it's not that old. Like, I get it. Okay, maybe this is the old man in me, but it's like I get it's not. It's been like 10 years, but it's not that old. Like you don't have to remake it. Like it's not like no one would be. It's not like the shows from like 50 years ago, and I don't understand what these things are. And oh my gosh, what's that? A pager? Like, it's like, look, man, it's not that old. Like, calm down. Like,
but ironically, I kind of feel like assuming it's kind of a double-edged sword. What I have to say, I would assume that Peacock or Universal, whatever, would be the ones who would make it. And ironically, I feel like because they put The Office exclusively on Peacock, not as many people have been exposed to it. Because when we were in college, that was the show just to binge watch. Like everyone in campus watched it, and now, not even a fraction of the people that have Netflix have Peacock. Like it's not even close to that amount.
but kind of like you said, I feel like people did kind of already see it. Like I feel like everyone who watched, because those people who had it on repeat, just in their dorms, in their house, whatever, just always. It's like, I mean, they've seen it a million times.
Right.
Like it's like they'd rather have it, but like, come on.
But the diehard people who are still binge watching it on Peacock, is that the audience you want to try to capture with the remake?
No, they're not going to go for it.
No. So it's just going to be like Psych the movie, where it just came out on Peacock, and it's like, oh, that exists, and then no one saw it because it was on Peacock. I saw advertisements for it for 2 weeks. It came out, and no one saw it, and then it just exists, I guess.
That's it. That was the end. So true.
But like, a bit of a tangent, but that is kind of a trend I've been seeing a lot with with movies nowadays. Like, I see a trailer for a movie I think is actually kind of looks kind of cool, or a show that looks kind of cool. It's like Apple TV Plus. Well, that movie's fake. It's not real. I have no reason to give it any brain space. I'm never gonna see that.
It's not real. It doesn't exist. It's not on one of my 4 main streaming channels. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. Like it's not real. Like it's funny because like you're not wrong. Because like Apple TV Plus does not exist. Like that's like it's real, but like is it though?
Right.
Can you name one human who has actively said, you know what, I need Apple TV Plus?
Like obviously
That's
Ted
what I need in my
Lasso
life.
and what's it called? Severance. Like those 2 shows are apparently really, really good, and I believe you. But it's not.
Who's actually seen it though?
I don't. I don't know.
Like, only the internet is the only person I've heard that says it's good. Like, no real person in real life has actually been like, "Oh, I love that show."
And maybe it's a thing. Like I don't. No, you have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
You don't just have Apple TV Plus, do you? Like it's not just does it come with the phone?
Oh, not that I know of.
Okay.
Unless I just didn't get it.
I was trying to think because the only reason I have Amazon Prime TV is because I have Amazon Prime just because of the shipping and it comes with it.
Right.
I was wondering, like, is it a thing that if you just have an Apple device, you just get a free subscription to it, or at least a month trial or something? And no, okay.
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't know if there was, because I mean, I don't. Usually, I just exit out of any kind of promotion like that, but I don't think so. I don't think it gives you anything.
Okay, then yeah.
Plus, I don't think no one's ever talked about it really. Like, I've heard people say Ted Lasso is good, but like, I've never heard anyone be like, "Yeah, man, I watch stuff on Apple TV Plus." Like,
right. Like
or Peacock. Like, I'm one of the only people I know who has Peacock.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the vision behind trying to remake Office. I don't understand.
Hard pass. Like, why?
No.
I don't know. I feel like you could easily just make a different show with similar-ish vibes. I mean, it doesn't have to be you could just. You could honestly make another Office show.
Yeah.
Just not The Office. Like, just make a show about we work at a, I don't know, finance office or something. I don't know, anything. It's just like don't make it. Don't make it Scranton. Like, just make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we work somewhere and do numbers and hang out when the boss isn't looking.
Like I work at a carpet and flooring store. Like something just something stupid mundane like that. Like same idea where they they go out on call sometimes. They have phone calls, have a wacky boss that try to pump numbers up in weird ways. Like there are ways you can do it without just calling it The Office.
Yes. Yeah, like.
And that would also be a thing where, because how Dunder Mifflin was constantly being like, well, Staples is our prime competitor, and they're way bigger than us. Like Lowe's, Home Depot, these like bigger places are just using us, but because we're family owned, homegrown, local business, we have our little niche. We're able to survive, but
we go the extra mile for our loyal customers who just forgot we'd exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that.
I feel like I don't get the whole let's just remake. Like I don't nothing feels original anymore. It's like I get some things are classic, but it's like why are we just remaking the same stuff all the time? Like I feel like you could easily just make a different show and just go for it. But
like this clearly feels like a thing that the studio mandated.
Oh yes.
And Michael Schur was like, I got nothing else going on. He just slowly, okay, I'll do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, honestly, I'm like, no, protect my baby. This is gold. Like, don't taint this. Mm-hmm. That's probably what all the cast is thinking too. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, we have this great thing. You're just gonna break it apart, and it's like, dude, this is
Mm-hmm.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, studios are gonna studio.
Studios are going to studio. That
Yeah,
is correct.
yeah. So, I guess we'll hear more about that in the next year or two. I guess.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. Something we will hear more about, and actually am excited for. James Gunn has given a little more clarity about what exactly is going on with his DC universe, and he essentially laid it out that everything, every DC movie up until Superman Legacy is not canon. However, some characters will still be played by the same actors, which is kind of what we were expecting with Viola
Yeah.
Davis and Peacemaker, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense. So
Yeah,
even
that's
though Blue
fine.
Beetle, the movie itself, is the things in that movie might not have necessarily happened exactly in his universe, Blue Beetle can come back and more or less those things, if
Right.
they could be referenced and like it might, but like you don't have to watch that movie to understand what's going on.
Right. Like he'll just show up and just be Blue Beetle. And
Right.
it's like,
Like
yeah, he
Daredevil and
could.
She-Hulk.
Right.
Like the things that happen in the Netflix show probably happened. Maybe not exactly like that, but it's close
It's not
enough.
directly connected. You have to watch this as
Yeah,
pre-required pre-watching stuff. It's like,
exactly.
long story short, they're here now. Cool.
Right. And a lot of people are like, why wasn't it just a hard reboot? Like, this seems weird. Like, okay, first of all, I personally am perfectly fine with them taking the best parts of the previous universe or bringing forward. I really like Blue Beetle. Take that whole vibe, throw it in. Fine. Margot Robbie, perfect Harley Quinn. Give her as many chances to play that character as she wants. Peacemaker, pretty solid. Viola Davis, obviously, like I can't think of a better person to play that character. And like there are certain things that maybe should have also been brought over. Like I don't know. Maybe Henry Cavill should have came back. I don't. It's messy. I don't want to touch that. But like,
Yeah.
but but secondly, this kind of thing happens in animated form all the time,
Oh
where
yeah.
it's clearly a brand new continuity with different art style, different lore, but some of the voices are the same. Like the
Yeah.
Batman who voices Batman in Young Justice, the same guy that voiced him in Under the Red Hood. Those
Yep.
aren't the same thing.
Yep. Or like, I mean, even going a step further, like after Young Justice came back, they straight up shot for shot copied like half of the like animation styles for like half the characters from the DC animated movie universe. Like
more
they
more or
straight up
less,
were just like,
more or less, yeah.
yeah, I mean, but like, I mean, some more than others, but
Yeah,
like some were like, okay, that's exactly the same.
yeah.
Like that, they didn't even try to hide
Mm-hmm.
that.
I mean, I like that art style, so I'm not complaining. But
No,
yeah,
right? That's what like. It's not bad, but it's like, like when you're doing a whole new universe right after another one, like some stuff carrying over is fine. I don't
yeah,
think it's that big of a deal. Now, I think people might be upset because it's like, well, if you can bring them over, why not bring Henry Cavill back? And like, to an extent, I do get that, but
yes,
to another extent, it's like, well, not necessarily Henry's fault, but the way Superman was described was one of the issues.
mm-hmm.
So maybe just kind of hitting a total reset on Superman is necessary.
Yes, yeah. Like I, yeah. I don't. I know specifically is a touchy subject for some people, but I really like David Corn Sweat. I really like. I can never remember her name. The lady they got for Lois Lane. I think
Oh
they
gosh.
just absolutely nail at least the look. And there's been some pretty recent pictures of David Corn Sweat. He looks like even more buff than he did when he originally cast. So like, yeah, clearly he's putting in the effort to become Superman. So like, that's the right choice, I think.
Yeah. I think it's gonna go really well.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I'm excited. We need good Superman. It's been a while.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm currently watching through Superman the animated series with my roommate, and
Mm,
like that's a very solid show. Like
it is.
yeah, like I never been like the biggest fan of Superman, I like the character fine enough, but I've never like loved him. I really like I really like the Superman. I really like this Lois. I like this world. Just Luthor obviously is fantastic. I knew that from
So
Justice
good,
League, but man,
bro.
he's good.
Clancy Brown Luthor is just in a class by himself.
Yes.
He's like that. So sinister.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Superman's one of those characters that, like, personally, I liked more as I got older.
Mm.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm like, big screen Superman is something that's kind of, at least in recent history, been kind of difficult to kind of truly get down. So I think they're like, all right, this is gonna be our true swing at it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's gonna work just
Yeah,
fine.
and I don't blame Brandon Routh, but I feel like kind of the core of Superman on the big screen's issue is when they made Superman Returns, they didn't just make a new Superman movie. They essentially made Superman 5. And I think
Kind
that
of.
was a problem. Like why did they set it in that same universe as like that was weird.
Yeah, I mean, that whole thing was kind of what, because it did kind of feel like it felt like one of those movies that was like a continuation that didn't feel connected,
Yeah.
but also didn't really have a start either.
Especially when the
So it
year
was,
prior Batman Begins came out and was its completely own thing.
yeah,
But then you make a movie that's in the same universe as a movie that's set before Batman '89. Like what? Why? That's
yeah,
weird.
that does, yeah, like a 20+ year
Like
continuation
you can.
without any like. I don't know. It just seems a little out there. Plus, I don't know. There are scenes from that movie that I really like.
Mm,
But yeah, the
yeah.
movie as a whole, I'm kind of like, I
And
don't
you can
think
make
that's it.
homages to those
Mm.
movies, but if like if the goal was to try to maybe set up a Justice League off of this and Batman stuff, like having it set in that universe was not the right goal. I think Brandon Routh would have done a fantastic job just doing his own thing, but they were just pigeonholed into just you know and to just make a Superman 5, which was odd. But and I really want David Corn sweats, and I know James Gunn will nail it. I know he will. He's nailed almost every other thing he's touched. I just want him just to make it his own thing. And I and like unlike with Snyder, where Snyder did make it his own thing, I didn't like that.
He too much made it his own thing. It was like, forget the source material. I just want my characters to do this. And that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, yeah. Which I, especially after watching the Superman cartoon, it makes me even more infuriated that Doomsday is in that movie, because not only do you have the fact that Lex Luthor literally created Bizarro out of you know the remains of a Kryptonian. He in the show he cloned it, but in theory he had a Zod body, Zod's body. You literally have a character in BVS who is specifically mad at Superman, who is rendered seemingly helpless. Like he got his legs broken. He is a crippled man. Like he is sad, dejected, and also manipulated by Luthor to go after Superman. Yet you didn't ever think to put the pieces together to make that guy Metallo? What is wrong with you? In a movie where Luthor is actively going after kryptonite, how did that never manifest into making that guy who was in the first scene of the movie, like he's one of the people that Bruce Wayne helped get out of the wreckage, like how is that guy never turned into Metallo? Like that seems like a very logical connection that just didn't happen. They just blew up.
Yeah, they. I mean, there was a lot of things that like were seemingly right there that were just not picked up. So it is what it is. But
I know, but it's weird and dumb. It's
Yep.
weird and and you can even still have that. I mean, help him fight Metallo. That's not a problem,
Sure, I guess,
I
but
guess.
like,
I mean, whatever. Like that's just that's just whatever. Like I know for a fact that Snyder is a good director, and I'm sure it's not even. I'm sure there's also some studio mandates that came on high to tell him to do certain things. I think that movie had at least two different writers that were at odds at one point. So like maybe it wasn't even really his fault. Maybe he did have the idea, and he wasn't able to manifest it. But like if you have all the pieces together, just see that and don't do Doomsday. So that's the main thing I'm mad about. Don't do Doomsday in your second movie. Anyway. I have a feeling James Gunn will not do that. Anyway, anything else you want to say um
Superman.
about that or like the James Gunn's like his comments about the future of DC stuff?
I mean, I think that's fine, to depending on the level to which they keep certain people, because some is fine, others we'll see, but like it's gonna be a very character to character basis depending on how they do it. Because some like I'm like, well, but
Like
I don't know. I'm excited to see how this goes, though. I have, like you said, I kind of have faith in how this goes, but I also really want the Superman movie is gonna set the precedent how I feel about pretty much the rest of this universe. I think.
right. This does kind of set the idea in motion that, Black Manta, the guy who plays like Manta, could come back. Just,
That's what I'm saying.
if they have a Suicide Squad or Legion of Doom or just, other Aquaman or whatever thing, he could just be there.
Yeah, and again, I mean, if they keep the suit as clean as it looks,
Yep. Yep.
oh man,
Yeah. So, yeah, just good. All right. Moving on to our last little topic here. Time for another round of roll call.
oh yeah,
So, my first topic for you.
all right.
Can you name all 12 of the original Smash Bros. Characters?
Okay, so Mario,
Mm-hmm.
Pikachu,
Mm-hmm.
Link,
Yep.
Donkey Kong, Samus,
Yes.
Fox,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Falcon,
Yes.
Bowser.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Bowser. Luigi or no?
Yes. Yeah, Luigi.
Okay, Luigi. Okay, I don't know. I thought that'd be too easy, and I was like, maybe not. Um, Ice Climbers.
Nope.
I don't know why I was
Not the
thinking
first
ice.
one.
Oh man. Oh, that's the first one. Oh my gosh. Who else? Oh, Kirby.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
three more. Three more.
Three more. I want to say. I feel like there's another Pokemon in there.
There
that
is.
Jigglypuff?
Yes.
Yes!
Very, very
Nice.
popular in Japan.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, two more.
Okay,
You
two
can do it.
more.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I got this. Come on. Think. It's like OG. Is it? Wait. Did I say Peach already?
Beach is not there. No.
No, I didn't. I didn't think so, but I don't know. Did I say Yoshi?
You did not say Yoshi. That's one.
Okay, Yoshi. Okay, one more.
It's one of the more obscure characters. I'm even surprised they got in when they did. But yeah, it's a character from a franchise that's been dead for a while.
Oh gosh. Is it Game and Watch? I don't even.
No.
No, it's not even. Franchise that's been dead for a while.
They only have two characters in Smash now.
Oh. Nope. Oh, is it Ness?
Yes, Ness. Perfect.
Yeah, okay,
Very good.
Earthbound. Yeah, okay, yeah. That game is wild, by the
What,
way.
Earthbound?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
No, it was on the Nintendo store, man. Me and my brother were like, "What is happening?"
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, no, okay. That
Mm-hmm.
took a little longer than I thought I was going to, but
You
I'm
got it.
not too
Yeah.
bad. No, feel pretty good about that.
Okay. My turn.
Okay, this one is gonna be kind of similar,
Oh dear.
not exactly, but can you name, or at least how about it, how many Mario Kart items can you name?
Mario Kart items. Okay. So we'll go banana, triple banana,
Yes,
red
of
shell,
course,
triple red shell, green shell,
of
triple
course.
green shell, blue shell,
Yep,
um, uh, fake item block.
yep.
I'm not doing Mario Kart 8. I'm just doing any Mario
Yeah,
Kart.
just get any ones you
Yep.
can think of.
Let's see.
This is just
Bullet.
pretty much everything.
Yeah, bullet bill, star, mushroom, triple mushroom, super mushroom,
Yep,
big mushroom,
yep.
lightning. There's a weird cloud thing from Mario Kart Wii.
Mm-hmm.
There's a POW block from Wii. Tanuki tail, boomerang, piranha plant,
Yep, yep,
um, Lucky Seven, Crazy Eight,
yep, yep.
the like boombox thing,
Yeah. The sound box thing.
mm,
Yep,
Ghost, the boo,
yep.
feather,
Yes,
coin,
yes,
ink,
yep.
blooper, whatever it's called. Um,
There's like two big ones you're missing.
two big ones I'm missing.
Well, fairly big ones, I guess.
Okay. A bomb, a bomb.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it one that's a staple in pretty much every game?
More or less, yeah.
I said bananas. I already said all the shells. I said blue shell. I'm pretty sure I did.
This one's also known for not just being an item, but also can be an obstacle.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I can't think of any others outside of bananas and block. Hmm. Nah, I think I'm tapped. Yeah.
That's actually the chain chomp.
That was an item
It was. It
in
actually
in Double
is.
Dash.
Yes,
Ah.
that is correct. That was a
Okay.
hard one though, because I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I forgot. I remembered it once I read it, but I was like, "Oh, that's right." But
Mm,
yeah, mostly obviously and known as an obstacle, but there are versions that
I
is an
see.
item.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
that was really well done though.
Are there any other major ones that I forgot?
Not really. I mean, kind of the same thing with Piranha Plant, but that's relatively new. So,
I said that.
oh, okay, never mind then. There you go.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. That was fun. Okay. Am I correct in thinking that you played a lot of Tekken growing up?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
yes, you are.
Which one specifically?
I would say every Tekken up to five I have played probably too much of.
Okay.
After five, I kind of stopped playing.
Okay. Name as many Tekken characters as you can.
Oh gosh. All right. So we've got Jin,
Mm-hmm.
Kazuya, Pinhachi, Yoshimitsu,
Mm-hmm.
Warang, La, Paul, Lee, Lei, Nina and Anna,
Mm-hmm.
Xiao Yu, Julia, Michelle, Kuma. What's the panda's name? Is it just Panda? Yeah, Panda. Yeah, Panda, Kuma, um, all the Gun Jack, Jack
Mm.
1, Jack 2,
Mm-hmm.
P Jack, Jack 5. I think there's a Jack 6, probably.
Sure.
Probably. I don't know. Um, oh, Beck, Raven, Craig Marduk, King, Armor King. Um, who else? There's more. There's plenty more. Oh, Bruce, the kickbox guy, was always cool. Um, oh, Mokujin,
Mm.
little tree stump thing. Uh, Unknown, the boss from Tekken Tag. There's Orger, True Orger, obviously. Miss those. Oh man, there's so many. No, I'm missing a bunch. I said Lee already. What else have I kicked butt with? I can't think of. What is like Kitty Mitsu? I think it's like the girl Yoshimitsu.
Sure.
Yeah, she said sure. Oh my gosh. Do you know anything? Have you played these games?
I've played one Tekken game for all of 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So
This
yeah.
is,
So I'm just naming
looking at a
some. You're
list.
just
I'm just looking at a list.
yeah. You're
I'm
just
like,
like sure,
you
whatever.
said some of these,
Okay.
probably. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Okay. What else? Asuka. Oh, June.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a
Like a
big
lot of
one.
these names, like kind of vaguely like recognize just from osmosis, but
Mhm. No, fair. I mean, that's fair.
yeah.
Oh, Eddie,
Mm.
Christy, Tiger, who was like Eddie's like alter ego or something. I don't know if that's even him or not.
Sure.
Um, I feel like I'm missing other people.
I think there's one
Um,
character I see that I thought of that you didn't actually mention.
oh, Brian Fury.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the big
totally. That
one.
was it, Brian. No
That was
kidding.
probably it. I
No,
was that probably. Oh, that's the one I'm
no.
thinking. I'm like, I obviously missed that one. Who am I? I'm probably missing like a big one. I'm just not thinking of it.
There's one I'm thinking of that is not. He's non-human.
I said Ganji, all the Jacks, non-human. Yoshimitsu is like a thing. I don't even know what that is.
You may have said him. I just missed it.
I don't know. I guess does Deviljin count as two characters?
No.
Devil and Angel? I guess. I don't know. Jinpachi. That's all I got.
Okay.
That's like
Did you say Gunn the dinosaur?
no. That is a good kid. That's a good kid. Yes, that's a secret character Tekken 3.
Mm.
And Dr. B, the scientist
Mm.
who fights like on the ground. You can only it's like that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. That's a deep pull right there. Gone the dinosaur. That's like my entire PlayStation 1 childhood right there. That's crazy that you just said that. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, you did really good.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a lot of my child. That was a lot of my
Nice.
childhood growing up. We played that game a lot. My family played that game a lot.
Mhm.
I got beat up a lot, but I got good
Very nice.
ish, and then I stopped playing because it got weird.
Right. Okay. Got one more for me?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
This one's fun, and there is too many of these to actually name, so we're just gonna go for it.
Uh-huh.
But
Yep.
can you name as many ways as possible that Plankton has tied to steal the Krabby Patty formula?
Whoa. Okay.
Right?
The ones that immediately come to mind. Several giant robots.
Yes, of course.
Um, by putting buckets on the head of everybody and enslaving the whole town.
Yep.
Hiding inside of a dollar bill.
Yes.
That didn't really go anywhere.
No. He didn't think he was going to get that far, to be honest.
Hijacking Krabby Patty and going into a maximum override.
Maximum overdrive, correct?
Um, like being inside a straw and like shooting out
Yep.
and just missing.
Yep.
Pretending to be Mr. Krabs.
Yes. It's a great episode.
Pretending to be a therapist.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he tried to like unwiv his mind and convince him to give him the fatty formula. And hey, where'd you get that piano?
Right. I just had one. Oh, winning SpongeBob in a game of poker,
Yes.
or
By
what?
cheating, of
By
course.
cheating, of course. Yes. Um, hijacking SpongeBob's brain,
Yep. Did that a couple of times, honestly.
switching lives with Mr. Krabs.
Yes. Another S tier episode.
Yes. Plankton's Army.
Yes, that was a good one.
Are there any? Uh, beating Mr. Krabs in the Fry Cook games.
Yes,
Yes.
that is actually a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still not sure how that would get him the formula, to be honest.
I don't
but-
even know what the formula was like actually up for grabs in that episode, but they're
I
going
I
head
think
to head.
it's at some point. I'm sure that was the plan long term.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Are there any more big ones, like classic ones, that I'm forgetting?
Let's see. Why did this one? That one's stupid, but there's a couple. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's a couple. They're not like they're good. They're definitely, as soon as I say it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But they're not like, oh my gosh, how did I forget this one? Yeah, there's like one that's like a pretty common episode. But
Nope. I think I'm done. What was it?
dating Mr. Krabs' mom.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one though. Like that you did really good. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, I love how asking nicely is listed on here.
Gotta try everything, you know.
He's
Right.
like,
Good idea. Also, the fun episode.
yes, trying to become SpongeBob's friend and to
Which
get friends tell each other's secrets.
Which episode was it where he gets asked nicely?
It's the Krusty Krab training video,
Is
I
it?
believe.
Okay.
It's like when they're going over the plane part, he's like, but he was persistent. Can I please have it? No.
Okay.
It's just like
Okay. Yeah.
there's so many. I mean, some of these are incredible. I forgot about freezing the Krusty Krab. That's like a newer episode.
Yeah.
Teaming up with Man Ray. I remember that. That was wild. Cellmates break into the Krusty Krab. Giant purple goop. I've never seen cloning SpongeBob. What? This must be newer episodes.
Must be.
Turning into a ghost? You can do that?
No.
I'm about to say. I mean, like cartoon logic, but still.
Sure.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got it.
The pretending to be a magician for the talent show. That one. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that one didn't come on very often. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make this Krabby Patty disappear. He just steals it and tries to run out.
Right.
Your axe over, Bob. See ya, cousin. And then just blows himself up.
Yep.
Great episode.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That was fun.
That was awesome.
Is there anything else you want to bring up or discuss before we sign off?
That's all I've got from here.
All right. So with that, we will see you all next time.
Take care, everyone.